Solving equations by factorization. When solving a quadratic equation, you always have to take into account what standard form is. Standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Here are the following steps to use to solve a quadratic equation. Step 1. Make sure the equation is in standard form, as discussed above. Step 2. Factorize the equation so you only have one term equaling to 0. Step 3. Separate each bracket and equate them to 0. Step 4. Solve for x. For the following examples, we're going to solve for x in the following equations. First equation, x squared minus 2x is equal to 3. This is not in standard form, so we're going to take the positive 3 over. It's going to become a negative 3. From standard form, we can now factorize. This is a trinomial, so we look at the factors of 3. There's only 1 and 3, so you'll have the following two brackets. X minus 3, second bracket, x plus 1 equals 0. If you separate these two brackets, you'll have the following answers. X is equal to 3 or x is equal to negative 1. Second example, x squared minus 11x is equal to negative 30. Again, it's not in standard form. We're going to take over the negative 30. We're going to have x squared minus 11x plus 30 equals 0. 30 has a few factors. The factor that works is 5 and 6 because 5 times 6 gives you 30. And because of the positive, we're going to have two signs that are the same, and because the middle term is a negative, we're going to have the x minus 5 as well as x minus 6. If we separate this bracket and equate them to 0, we'll have the following answers. X is equal to 5 or x is equal to 6. Example 3. Negative 2x squared plus 6x equals 0. Here it is in standard form, so we can just factorize. If I take out a common factor of negative 2x, I'll have inside the bracket x minus 3. Now if I separate them and equate them to 0, I'll have negative 2x is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. If I get the x's alone for both the equations, I have x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 3 as my answers. Example 4. 4x squared minus 4x minus 3 equals 0. Here it is in standard form, however this is seen as a complicated trinomial. So here are the 4 steps that I use to solve a complicated trinomial. Step 1. Take term 1 and 3, times it together, and for this case your answer would be 12. Step 2. Take the factors of 12. Here I only have 2 of them because, as you can see, I finally found the answer, because if I take those factors and subtract them, I'm going to try to get negative 4. So for 1 and negative 12's case, you'll see it's negative 11, but for 2 and negative 6, I got negative 4. So those are the 2 factors I'm going to use and replace them with the second term. So now I'll have 4x squared plus 2x minus 6x minus 3 equals 0. So now I can group them. If I take out 2x, you'll see from term 1 and 2, I'll have 2x plus 1 in the bracket. Then I'm going to manipulate term 3 and 4 by taking out a negative 3 so that I also have another bracket containing 2x plus 1. Then I can take out a common bracket of 2x plus 1, and then I'll have in my second bracket the 2x minus 3. Here I can separate the brackets and equate them to 0. And then finally, the answers are x is equal to negative a half or x is equal to 3 over 2. And that's solving equations by factorization.